Hello and welcome to another big match in Berlin. It's the quarterfinal. It's Victoria Azarenka versus Elena Rybakina. In this one, big match, big names, two players in an upper echelon of the tennis game for a long time. Azarenka, of course, world number one. Rybakina not quite reached the summit yet. It leads the head-to-head pretty heavily. 4-0 against Azarenka. Of course, the former Wimbledon champion knows how to play on the grass. Knows the grass course like the back of her hand. And we got the leaf blower out. I think he's drawing some spots on the court. That doesn't bode well. There was a bit of discussions before and during the warm-up about making sure the court's match ready. Last time they played in Miami, Rybakina won in 3, 6-4 love, 6-7, 6. Dubai, there was a walkover for Rybakina after they shared the sets 4-6, 6-2. Last year, semifinals of Aussie Open, Rybakina won in straight sets. And she won in straight sets Indian Wells a couple years ago. So they've never played on a grass court. I guess you'd say Miami is very quick. Dubai is very quick as well. Both those matches, Azarenka got a set. So I do have a feeling this will be close. Rybakina serving first. Hey, JP. Hey, Minor. Welcome. Serves the backhand. Azarenka's long. 15 love Rybakina. With the head-to-head, you've kind of got to back Rybakina. Azarenka beat Sakari first round here, but is Sakari an impressive win nowadays, especially on grass? I mean, very upset prone in general. I think it'll go to 3, but I think Rybakina wins in 3. JP thinks rebound 2. Azarenka's a fighter. I mean, it could happen in 2, but I don't know. I'm not fully convinced. Forehands. The backhand drops the ball short for Rybakina's forehands. For a winner, 40 love. Second serve, double fault from Rybakina. 40-15. Second serve again. Backhand Azarenka. Backhand Rybakina was in the net. 40 love to 40-30. Couple errors. And the ace does seal the game, though. 1 love. Ace does seal the game. Whole lot of big quarterfinal matches today on the men's and women's side. Goff Jabeur, Pagulis and Yakova, Kalinskaya, Sabalenka. Just in Berlin. Birmingham, a bit less high profile, but Leyla Fernandez, Aya Tomjanovic is a good match. Potapova, Krishikova as well, the bottom half. Those are good matches. Could be a really big semi-final there in Birmingham. As for the men's sides, we have some interesting matches. Some, especially in Queens, where the draw has really opened up for a lot of people. You think of Korda Hijikata. You think of Billy Harris Musetti at the bottom half. I mean, who predicted that pre-tournament? Billy Harris making it to the quarterfinals. His first ever quarterfinal. Thompson Fritz is a good match on grass as well. Paul Draper should be good. So if Draper can back up the match against Alcaraz. It's the test now, isn't it? Hey Jeff, welcome. Azarenka serves into the net out wide. Second serve, love 15. Backhand. Good return from Rybakina. Now the forehands. Really started well here, Elena Rybakina. Couple steps back. Pulverizes the forehand up the line. See this again. There's no way Azarenka gets there. It's good footwork from Rybakina. You don't say that too much about Rybakina, but it's good footwork. No winners for Azarenka so far. 5 for Rybakina. Just misses the block return wide. 50-30. Backhand to forehand. Backhand is wide from Rybakina. 30-all. Yeah, Azarenka still definitely active. Reba will win, says William. Azarenka 23-10 this year. Not a bad record. Mid deep in some events. Block return. Back on Azarenka as a winner. 40-30. Welcome, William. Semis in Miami was the last time these guys played. So Azarenka still definitely making runs in tournaments, especially tournaments that suit her. She doesn't really like the clay that much. One return wide, so love 30. 4 points on the trot. Azarenka holds. 6 minutes. 1-0. First serve is long. Second serve, backhands. Azarenka, backhand in the net. Good return from Azarenka, deep there. Oh, just on the baseline. Forehand Azarenka for a winner, love 30. Very deep ground stroke and then opened up the court. Now Azarenka on the charge. I think a former Wimbledon champion, Azarenka. I think. Maybe not. But definitely on the charge in this game. Love 40. More deep ground strokes, forcing her back into errors. 3 break points in this game. Hey, Daz, big up yourself. You think Draper has a chance against Fritz today? So yeah, former semi-finalist, I think, Azarenka. Back into the net, first return. He doesn't play. He plays Tommy Paul today. If they play in the final, Draper or Fritz, for sure Draper has a chance. Don't see why he wouldn't have a chance. He's beaten more accomplished grass court players. Oh, serve not close. Second serve, 15-40. Hey, MJ, welcome. Backhands to backhand, cross court, backhand Azarenka, backhand in the net from Rybakina. First break of the match for Victoria Azarenka. Vika gets the first break. Howdy, MJ. If they meet Draper and Murray at Wimbledon, well, probably Tommy Paul would beat Andy Murray. I mean, you think? I think Draper definitely has a chance today against Paul. Um, Tommy Paul's good. He's decent. He's very solid in general. He's only made a fourth round a couple years ago at Wimbledon. I don't doubt that he could beat Andy Murray at Wimbledon. Tommy Paul's defense is very good. If he's having a good forehand day as well, long day for Andy Murray. Drop shot. Nicely put away from Azarenka. Good switch up there. 15 love. Second serve for Azarenka. Forehand to backhands. Backhand slice. Backhand is wide from Rybakina. Needs to keep the ball in the court. How's the weather in Berlin? I think it's all right. It should rain a bit later, but for now, I think it's okay. They had some wet spots on the court they had to dry out, but I think it's okay. First serve out from Vika. Double fault from Vika, 30-15. Her last win, she had her son be part of the press conference on court, which is very cute. Little son Leo. Still definitely competing very hard. Backhand's wide though. It's 30 all. 34 years old. Still inside the top 20 right now, but not where she has been in the past, obviously. She's having a good year, I'd say. 23 and 10. She's 23 and 21. She's already gonna surpass her win tally. Not even halfway through the year. Already improving upon last year very quickly. Backhand is wide from Rybakina, 40-30 Azarenka. Second serve. Forehand. Rybakina. Does it come back? So deuce. Good return from Rybakina. Isla or Layla. Of course, Isla made the quarterfinals, right? Lost quarterfinals to Rybakina back in the day. If I remember correctly at Wimbledon. I think she's probably a better grass court player than Layla. It's just whether she's physically there. That's probably still. You probably think Isla would win that. Maybe in 3. Backhand. Good return from Rybakina. Has her chance to break back. All of a sudden, Rybakina is finding some returns. Has break back point. Second serve, break point. Serves the backhand in the net. Very deep in the box. Backhand return there from Ryba. Not happy with herself missing the return there. I mean, that was a chance to immediately undo what Azarenka's done. So I think Ryba changing racket. Yeah. Changing racket early. Anyway. Ace from Azarenka out wide. Is Nole skipping one? I don't know. I saw a video of him training yesterday, like soft training on grass. I don't think he's ready for Wimbledon. I don't think so. It's 2 weeks to Wimbledon. Less than that, a week and a half. I can't see him. No. He'll try, but movement's not there yet. As the backhand from Rybakina goes long, 3-1 Azarenka. Saves the break point. Holds for 3-1. Rybakina, love Rybakina, ace. Second ace of the match for her. Double fault, wild double fault as well. Not close on either serve from Rybakina. It's concerning. Yeah, Rafa's not playing Wimbledon. Oh, Rybakina sitting down. Why? Is she okay? What's going on? Is it raining? I don't know what's happening. The physio's been called for Rybakina. Oh, here we go. Just mid rally. I don't think Rybakina's looked too bad movement wise. She was kind of squinting her eyes. I'm not sure if something's going on. She's kind of jogging off court, I think, for the medical timeout. I don't know what's going on, but Rybakina called a medical timeout during her service game, so this is not like a tactical thing. It's not tactical. This is during her service game. So, yeah, concerning times for Rybakina. Down a break, and at 50-0, calling the medical timeout. Just kind of walked to her box, walked to her chair, and then I don't know what's going on. I can't even hear what he's saying to the Azarenka about this. Anyway, medical timeout's been called. Maybe someone else knows more on Twitter. Let's see. She's being evaluated off court. Okay. Elena Rybakina asks the physio as she's not feeling well, says John Silk on Twitter. Wow. By the way, today is history-making day for WTA tennis. First time since 2007, a grass court WTA tournament features 8 players ranked inside the top 30 in the quarterfinals. That's crazy. That's crazy that that's the first time since 2007. I mean, I guess grass is unpredictable sometimes. But golf, Sabalenka, Rybakina, Pegula, Jabeur, Azarenka, Kalinskaya, Siniakova. Very interesting stat there. Covering any other matches today? No, I am not. Just this one. Unless, I mean, I'll see how my wrist is feeling. I've got kind of a half sprained wrist situation. I don't know. From last week, I might do some shadow forehands in my in my house to see if I can go to tennis today. If I can't go to tennis today, I might cover another match. Yeah, some people on Twitter think it's allergy attack. I thought the same thing. She's kind of squinting her eyes. I don't know. It didn't look physical because she ran. She ran to the ran off court to the toilet to get evaluated. So Azarenka trying to keep herself warmed up. Umpire, give her the balls. Give Azarenka the balls. No, no. Rybakina's retired. That's such a shame. What the heck? Come on. Uh, we don't even know why. We don't even know why she's withdrawn. And Azarenka coming back on court. Wait, what's going on? Anyway, she's won via retirement. Azarenka, not the way anyone wanted that match to end. Just come on, such a shame. They've gone like 3 sets so often in their head-to-head. And had close matches. You're just hoping for another one, and then that's kind of denied. And Azarenka's through. She'll play Kalinskaya or Sabalenka in the semifinals. Anyway, so there's like 20 minutes till other tennis matches, right? Here's the plan, right? There's Hurkacz Thompson. No, Hurkacz Duckworth. Is that in 20 minutes? Let me see. Hurkacz Giron, that's who it is. Hurkacz Giron in 20 minutes. That's the next closest match. What do we think? Should I cover that? Do you guys want to see Hurkacz Giron? Let us know in the chat. Because I did not anticipate this very short match because of the retirement. What do we think? I think it's an allergic thing or something. I don't even know. Wasn't feeling great. My Leafs in Rugby's on tonight. Jeff says do it. I need 3 people at least to say to do Hurkacz Duckworth, and then I'll stay. Otherwise, I'll do like a quick like Q&A, 15, 20 minutes or whatever. Ask whatever you want to ask. We can have a conversation. Okay, we've got 2 do-its. JP might leave soon. Rugby's on tonight. He's playing rugby. Rugby union. Oh wow! Not heard this before. I've seen him play for New Zealand. Connor dying, only 25. That's sad. Melbourne Storm and Gold Coast. Well, Australia definitely loves their rugby. Well, yeah, I mean, I don't care. We can discuss anything. So what time would that be? Melbourne Storm. That isn't like fifth. No, the Dolphins. Wait, that's a different. Is it Dolphins? Who are the Dolphins? Is the match in 15 minutes? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Q&A. Okay. Drop your question in the chat. Q&A time. Q&A. Q and A. Early retirement in match. So drop your questions in. Let us know. The match already ended, and unfortunately, Himanshu, due to retirement, due to I don't know allergics, something happened. Rybakina had to withdraw. Only 4 games in. I still don't know why. Maybe someone will have the answer. Very early retirement. The match has already ended. Himanshu, the match has already ended. So, yeah, allergic reaction to something, I think. And it is becoming a bit of a pattern. Rybakina giving walkovers, not playing matches. You think today? You think Dubai gave a walkover? But to be fair, that's only like uh 2 matches this year. So I mean, she gets a bad rap. I I I still think it's just kind of it's not that abnormal. Feel free, ask loads of questions. No one else is asking questions, MJ. So, hey Sean, welcome. Yeah, Rybakina, I don't even know. Withdrawing for whatever reason. I think it's just illness or something. Yeah, ask anything. Ask about the Euros. Ask about tennis. So MJ asking, are you going to college, taking gap year, or skipping like most Gen Z? Um, at this moment in time, probably taking a gap year somewhere. Yeah, probably that's the direction I'd go in. I don't think I'm very prepared to go to uni of any kind, to be honest. Hey, Lexi, welcome. Who withdrew? Rybakina withdrew. Only 4 games in, mid game. She kind of walked to her box. Didn't look like it was a physical thing. It looked like it was, or like it wasn't movement, or I think it was just illness, or she was squinting her eyes. I'm not sure if there was something allergic reaction. I don't know. Anyway, how good are England? I mean, from yesterday's match, they're pretty crap. I mean, I still, if I was an England fan, I wouldn't be that angry. Like a win and a draw, you've already guaranteed guaranteed getting through to the round of 16. It's not that bad. You're drawing against a team that's consistently proven themselves. Denmark's a good team. It's not like you're drawing to. If you drew to Serbia, then it's another thing. You beat them 1-0. It's not been two convincing matches, but you've got 4 points on the board, and you can always get better. And you've got if you got last game, Switzerland, not Switzerland, Serbia, Denmark, and whoever you played last game. You can essentially just rest people. You know, doesn't matter really if you win it. You'd want to win it, but Slovenia, you should beat Slovenia. That's the easiest match of the three. You should beat Slovenia. They have drawn 2 matches, to be fair to them, to Denmark and Serbia. But you should beat Slovenia pretty comfortably, even with your bad form. Draper's playing today. Yeah, he is. He's playing playing Tommy Paul after beating Alcaraz. Gap year abroad, or just to figure out what you want to do. I think it'll probably be like I really don't. I've not ironed out the details yet. I've applied for some things in England, helping out like communities and things, giving back to people. I'm not sure if I'm accepted yet because it's about accommodation and other things. See that could be cool if I get to live in a house with some people, all kind of helping a local community. If I were a girl, who would you date? These are real hard-hitting questions. You go from gap year at college to, if you were a girl, would you date Sinner or Berrettini? That's a question. Would I date Sinner or Berrettini? Well, Berrettini seems more single right now, but taking relationship status out of the way. I mean, Matteo is definitely he definitely has more of a kind of rugged image. I'm telling you, why am I taking this question so seriously? What am I doing? I mean, probably I'd probably date Sinner because we probably have more things in common than me and Berrettini. Younger as well, closer to my age. Yeah. What changes do you want to see in tennis? I mean, that's the $1 million question, Josip. Where can you start? Scheduling tennis balls, everything. I mean, you got any specifics of what do you think? If you could be a famous pro tennis player, a famous pro football player, what would you choose? First, yeah, Rybakina withdrew. Unfortunately, she couldn't continue the match against Vika due to allergic something. I don't even know. So famous pro tennis player, famous pro football player. What would I choose? Well, thing is with being a football player is that obviously there's more eyes on you, but you can kind of blend into a team, and like it's not guaranteed you'll get scapegoated, but there's no one else to blame but yourself most of the time in tennis. But you can be a football player, paid so much, and not even play, which is ideal, right? That's where you want to be, is playing very few matches, and get paid loads. Financially, I mean, I'm probably a bit better than tennis than I am football. Not that I'm gonna be pro in either of them. Financially, I'd rather be a bench warmer playing tennis for fun than yeah, be fighting it out in like futures and things. I don't know if I could do that. Then I'm not really good enough to even contemplate that. So, how's the weather, David? Hey, welcome, Dutchy. Good to see you in. Weather's not bad. Getting to the summer months, we're getting some better weather. Better weather for sure. Hey, welcome, Vizan. Yeah, match had to be cut short, unfortunately. Get rid of. Yeah, true. On-court coaching. Get rid of that. I think the schedule is a mess as well. The tennis calendar is a complete mess. This year, I mean, and I know they can't really, like, you can't blame them, but it's also the Olympic Committee as well. It's of all places, just surface wise, going clay, grass, clay, hard court is just it's back and forth, nasty surface changes. You understand people not wanting to play Wimbledon in the Olympics because it's just so taxing on the body, changing surface every couple weeks. So that's one reason. I mean, one bad calendar decision this year. Also, the 1000s in general could definitely be cleaned up. I mean, I think that this year they've made Guadalajara a 500, probably for the best because it was a 1000 earlier. And I don't think many people played last year. It was pretty embarrassing, the field for a 1000 in my eyes anyway. Like, people were still withdrawing even mid tournament and things. I mean, take nothing away from Sakari winning her first 1000 title. It was a great moment, but definitely a weird open draw. And they have amended that, I think, by making it 500 straight after the US Open. It's just such a weird moment for it to be in because everyone's going to Asia for the Asian swing, and all of a sudden you got this. It was a 1000 yet last year in Mexico. It's just so out of the way. I'm not sure I'm a fan of the WTA finals in Riyadh. That's another thing I see that just, I just don't think that it doesn't feel right to me. A place where women don't have a lot of opportunities, but for some reason the WTA finals have allowed it to be played there. It seems a bit iffy. Like, if the people living here can't really play tennis, can't express themselves, then yeah, WTA, I'm not sure they really care about a lot of people's well-beings anyway. Rybakina walkover, yes, she did, Gordon. Did indeed. Scott Carson is a legend. Former Liverpool bench warmer, 2005 Champions League final. Happened to Rybakina. I think allergic reaction. When's my next haircut? I think I'm gonna get a slight trim to even it out, but I'm not cutting it all off. I want to grow it out, see how long it can get. Welcome, Jean. I think allergies, but I'm not sure. Let me see. Check Twitter once again. Is there any recent news? on why she withdrew. I think it's illness or allergies. Someone in Twitter saying, "Oh, Rybakina, talent of a generation and the immune system of a sickly, fragile little Victorian child. Get well soon." That's brutal. Yeah, sad seeing Rybakina withdraw, but I guess it's a couple weeks before Wimbledon. If you feel uncomfortable, don't risk it. I don't know. Anyway, I think like it's hay fever season. The grass, that's right. Don't accuse me of things, Akira. Let's not do that. Um, I'm going through the chat in order. So, um, is hay fever season? She might just be like struggling. I don't know. What was the question before? Okay, I answered the haircut question. Did I see Canada Argentina? No, I haven't. Did we win? I knew that was the first match of the Copa America. It's crazy. Canada playing Copa America. Yeah, you didn't expect Canada to win, but 2-0, it's not a bad result. It's only 1-0 until the 88th minute as well. So, I mean, just got to pull up some trees against Peru and who else is in the group? Peru and Chile. Chile's not a nice match. We got to win against Peru. Peru's a must-win match now, for sure. Thoughts on Casper being the latest Christian Dior ambassador? So posh, right? Well, he's a handsome guy. Can understand companies running to him to become ambassador. Any more questions, guys? Drop the questions in. Questions about the Euros, questions about anything. Davies wasn't happy with the match play. Yeah, I saw the first couple minutes. I saw that it was 0-0 after 30 minutes, but then I just had to go to sleep. It's just too late. Sucks the matches being so late. I'll probably only be able to watch. I mean, I'll probably only be able to watch the Peru match in its entirety. I guess depending on the Peru match, I'll watch the Chile match next Sunday. You know, if we beat Peru, I'm gonna watch Chile, but not a great start. But it is Argentina, so who's winning the Euros for me? Let me just check how the groups are going. You'd have to put Germany one of the favorites. People are really counting out Germany pre-tournament. Like, oh, Germany, bad, been bad for so long. They can't do anything. But it's at home. They made the semifinals last time they were at home in 2006 when they hosted the World Cup. I quite like the way they're playing. I think you kind of need to wait for some more results to. I don't think Netherlands or France are very convincing in their wins. Germany have been the most convincing from their two performances against us and against Hungary. They've been the most convincing. 5-1 and 2-0. I'd probably back Germany. Probably. From an Olympic tennis circuit, which country I'd play for? That's so tough because if there was if there was the Commonwealth Games still, I think they've stopped tennis events in the Commonwealth Games. That end in 2014. Yeah, not been on the program since 2014. If there was still tennis Commonwealth Games, I'd play for Scotland and Team GB. Guess it all depends who's funding me, right? Who's the tennis federation funding me in this reality? I'd probably be Team GB, probably. As much as I don't really identify with this southern part of the country as much. Depends if you're looking forward to the Olympics. That's a question. I always like the track events, like the running, the 100 meters, the mid distance. I really don't know. Didn't really pay much attention last Olympics because it was hard with the time difference. I was kind of mostly watching tennis. So yeah, it's hard to just kind of name drop some. But the gymnastics, I think my whole family likes watching the gymnastics and the floor routines and the pommel horse and the rings and all sorts. Yeah, I'm gonna stream later, perhaps. I mean, depending on how my wrist is feeling, I'll stream another match, but probably not. I'd err on the side of not. There's new events, right? New Olympic events. People were saying about the skateboarding. There's that last year. Anyway, last Olympic skateboarding was introduced. I think it'll be fun. It'll be fun for sure. Are you going, Dutchy? Well, thanks for joining us. Thank you for joining us. Oh, climbing. Is climbing a new sport? Surely climbing the new Olympic sport, right? First, it made its debut 2020, Tokyo. Is that speed climbing or I've seen the speed climbers. They're crazy fast, crazy. I don't know how they even grip the wall. They're just clambering up there. It's amazing to watch. Yeah. What's my favorite color? Asked Jeff before. Um, I'd say blue. Yeah, blue or red. I used to be a hardcore red color supporter. Um, and then I mean I mostly wear blue. I'd say blue, probably blue at this moment in time. I am partial to a purple, you know. I am partial, but then that is kind of the mix of blue and red. So that's just sums me up in a color right there. Some extreme events I super enjoyed, like rock climbing, surfing, skateboarding. Yeah, basketball should be fun as well. The thing is with football in the Olympics is always it's under 23s and stuff. It's not really representative of the best teams. Table tennis is fun as well. Volleyball's fun. Yeah, I'll be keeping an eye out. Here's thinking about taking up climbing. Well, need like chalk and those like weird like curly shoes and stuff. All sort. There's the climbers are crazy sometimes. Most of the time. Most of the time, crazy. Like all events except curling. What did curling do? Surely, you curl a bit in Norway. Um, because of like there's ice and stuff. Scotland's really good at curling. That's our calling card. We win curling events. Um, surely Scandinavia can curl pretty well, right? You know when you have the stone and you push it along the ice, and then your team are like race forward and like brush. They have like sweepers and they brush in front of the curling stone, and you try and get it closest to the circle in the middle. There's like a bullseye, and you've got to get it as close as possible to the middle. It's kind of like bowls as well. Heard of like grass lawn bowls? Got to get closer to the jack. It's like that, but with curling stones. There's like a handle, and you push it along the ice, and you got a team of people brushing to make sure it reaches its intended target. Sweeping the residue ice in front of it. Yeah, it's in the Winter Olympics. Yeah. Then you just get really dizzy, and when you scream after you fall, you're just like, ah! It's would not recommend helium when climbing. Would not recommend. Um. Oh, my parents watched that. Isn't that where they go to like crazy random locations and climb, free climb? Yeah, pretty amazing. Maybe the other one where it's lower. Bouldering's without the harnesses. Free climbing or like speed climbing is when you do it as fast as possible. I don't really know the ins and outs that much, but is it like basketball and ice? I mean, like it's a team sport. Uh, there's not really like the other team isn't interfering with your curling iron. That's for sure. Yeah, for sure. You gotta be really experienced, really experienced to free climb. Even then, it's still dangerous. Still very dangerous. So, give it a minute or two more. Any more questions? Otherwise, I'm done for today's stream. Drop those questions in, guys. Drop those questions in. Meanwhile, let me see. Has Hercatch Giron's just started? So if it's just started, we're taking a while for me to fill the time in between. How am I losing my sight? How? Oh, okay. I didn't see the previous question. If you had to give up one sentence, what would it be? Okay, you can't give up feel. You just can't. Um, I love music so much. I love food so much. I love being able to see. I Thing is, I've never. I know people had this kind of thing in during COVID, they had the lack of a smell or a lack of taste. I never experienced that. I don't know what it feels like to eat without being able to smell as well as taste. It'd have to be smell. I'd have to go out smell because I want to be able to eat, and sight, hearing, and touch is too important. It'd have to be smell. Hey, welcome, Joe. Good morning. Yeah, unfortunately, Rybakina retired early, so do this Q&A instead. You got any questions for me, Joe? Drop them in the chat. Last couple minutes of questions, if you've got any. Lexi asking, who's the breakout stars of the Euros from my point of view? Ooh. The thing is, it's hard to be a breakout star when people are just so clued in on everyone nowadays. You can't really miss a young star before the Euros, you know? If they're in the Euros team, they're already good enough to be recognized. But generally, if they're like Lamine Yamal, for example, for Spain, he's like 16, 17. He's not a breakout star of the Euros. He's a breakout star of the last season. It's hard to kind of make those distinctions. Let me think. There was a young guy. I guess people maybe wouldn't have known him. I knew of him. Turkey Georgia match. Güler. He plays for Turkey. Arda Güler, teenage guy. I think he's only 18. I definitely keep a note of him. He transferred to Real Madrid last year, so definitely not 19-year-old. Definitely not an unknown prospect, but definitely showed his stuff against Georgia. Very good goal. I think it's from outside the box as well, if I remember correctly. And there were some amazing goals Romania scored. And maybe a couple of them will be breakout stars, but they've got to draw another match. It's the next goal for them. But right now, my sight's not the best, and I prefer that way. Everyone has clear skin. So you're like, it's like you're seeing people with like a filter on almost. That's funny. You you gotta hear. Hearing is more than music, though. And I'm guessing, like I'm guessing I'm deaf, like a normal person's deaf, so they can't really speak properly, and they kind of make noises. I don't want to be able to. I can't speak if I'm deaf, basically. So I wouldn't pick that. Should England sack Southgate? I think it'd be very harsh to sack Southgate. Um, he's got 4 points from 2 games. I mean, he's got the quarterfinals, final of the Euros, semifinals, 2018 World Cup. Like, people are very harsh. The football is obviously bad. The football is not good to watch. No one likes watching the football. But does it not get results? Does it not get results? It's got them far. They're never beating France. I'm sorry. You can get deluded all you want. Oh, we should have beat France in 2018 World Cup. No. I mean, it's a tough circumstance. Second penalty in a match. You're not used to hitting 2 penalties in a match. Kane skied the second one. I don't really blame him. He scored the first one. Such a tough moment. It's France. It's the former winners, last edition at the time, and they made the final. pushing Argentina all the way to penalties. There's no way they're beating France. There's no way. So he is leaving after the tournament anyway. I just don't see a reason why you sack him mid-tournament. Everyone's saying sack Southgate mid-tournament. He's got 4 points from 6 points. You're guaranteed round of 16. It'd be ridiculous if you sacked him mid-tournament in my eyes. I think a lot of England fans are just ungrateful. Simple as that. They're not used to. I mean, they're used to winning, especially in qualifying and things. They're just kind of very cruel, ungrateful fans in general. Not saying all of them, but the vast majority don't appreciate results. Like, that's my view of it anyway. Like, first Euros final, you never been to Euros final. You just been to semis and stuff. And all of a sudden now you have the gall to complain. I mean, it's just anyway. And not targeting anyone in the chat, just England fans I've met, you know? England should have beaten Italy last Euros once England scored the first goal. That's true. It was very negative. They kind of sat on the goal for Italy equalized. They did take it to penalties, and Jorginho missed his penalty. It could have kept on going, but you know, penalty shootouts in England aren't exactly they don't get along like a house on fire, as they say. Scotland's better than England. Exactly what I'm saying, Jeff. Not football, but other things. It's the only place I could live if I had to move. Really, it's the only place you could live is London. Not that nice. I'll tell you that, MJ. Like, living there for long periods of time is not that nice. Donnarumma. Donnarumma's been a bit of a weird player to follow. Like, I remember when he was 18 playing for AC Milan, just it was like the second coming of Buffon. Everyone's like, this guy is world class. He's 18, he's a goalkeeper. No one gets this good young as a goalkeeper. And then it's kind of petered out a little bit. The Donnarumma hype train last few years is not quite gone to plan, maybe. He's still really good, obviously, but he's not the elite guy we were hoping for, maybe. Yeah, exactly. If you're really rich, London is great. London is, I mean, get yourself to I don't know, Covent Gardens or somewhere rich. Yes, that's very true. Very true, Joe. And it's so expensive to live there, even in not very nice areas. Still so expensive. Rent is. They'd knock down the old houses, build more expensive ones. They price out the people that used to live there. Yeah, pretty bad. Hurkacz gets the break. Second game against Giron. Okay, last minute. I'll give it 2 minutes. Anyone else has got some final questions? Otherwise, we'll end it here. Chochiretsu Schneider. Playing right now in Birmingham. Chochiretsu already taken out Stevens and Ostapenko, serving at 1-2, 30-15. Which podcaster is your favorite? Just in general, podcasts or tennis podcasts? Of course, all tennis streams. Okay. I was excited to talk about non-tennis podcasters, MJ. Then you quite clarified. It's tough to say. I do really like Cam. I like the energy Cam brings, especially the big moments. Cam is more loud and present in the big moments than I think any other tennis streamer. Well, I clarified at the start of the Q&A that there is no topic. There is no topic. Discuss anything. So, yeah. There's no staying on topic for me. Got any closer to picking the winner of women's Wimbledon? Well, it definitely casts a shadow over the chances of Rybakina. This this withdrawal. You're on Jaber's side, right, Joe? I have to pick someone. It's gonna get closer than Jabeur, further than Jabeur. Tarzan. You love Tarzan, MJ. That's great. Yeah, it's not easy. I need to see more matches. In terms of, I know this is not the question, but in terms of podcasters that are not tennis related, I'm enjoying watching Carsten Runkus has we had a podcast for Succession, the TV show, which I'm not finished watching yet. I've watched up to season 3. I'm watching the podcast summaries of the episodes, which is really fun. Comedians, I enjoy watching podcasts from Mike and Vittorio's Guide to Parenting. I enjoy that a lot. Rob has a podcast, of course. Yeah, I am watching Hot D, House of the Dragon. Is there actually a dragon on top of the Empire State Building? That's incredible. If that's true, MJ, and you're not trolling me here, for a limited time, Empire State Building will be hosting Vhagar, Aemon Targaryen's. That's crazy. That's so cool. It's kind of like when they used to have inflatable Godzilla, right, on the Empire State Building back in the day. I'm sure you'll remember that, MJ. That's so cool. Doesn't look that realistic, but still pretty cool. You got all the actors there from Hot D. At the Empire State Building. Very, very cool. Who do you think the mystery girl Alki keeps having a challengers moment recently? I've not heard of this. I mean, obviously there's like the memes of like Alcaraz and Raducanu and stuff. Alcaraz, Draper, Raducanu. Very funny. He's the most famous person you met in real life, David. That's a question. Have to be Probably Samuel Jackson. Back in the day, I was like 5. Signed my golf ball. That would be it. That would be most famous person I met. Pro-Am golf tournament. Did meet Luis Figo once. At St Andrews, very famous golf course. Probably the oldest golf course in the world. Luis Figo was signing some stuff. Signed my Luis Figo Top Trumps card. Yeah, it's hard to. I think Samuel Jackson is probably more well known than Luis Figo, though. I'd say so. Jerry Shang, Jerry Shang's up there with the Samuel Jacksons. Pedro Martinez up there with the Samuel Jacksons. Maybe it's Let's have a look through the WTA rankings to see who Alcaraz might have had a moment with. Let's see, Lexi, just to entertain you guys at the very least. Entertain the thought. Maybe someone like a Marta Kostyuk? Maybe? Similar age? Don't know. Yeah, it's a very, very cheap rent. Exactly. The challenge movie, the boys kiss. Yeah. I've not watched it, but I assumed so. You think Corda? You think Corda? Wait. This is not. I thought you were talking about Alcaraz and Corda being a thing. Bagula, do you think she'll win one? She's not made it past the quarterfinals of a slam yet. She's got to do that first. She's not exactly in good form right now. She's not got much to lose, I guess. I hope Bagula will win a slam, but I don't think it's gonna happen. Really, I don't know. Quarter is a better chance of happening, in my eyes, than Pegula. Yeah, go ahead. Ask anything, Lexi. Ask anything. It's better than the match. Is it, Jeff? That's not good. How old is Alcaraz? 21. Maybe Alcaraz and Noskova. That could be cute. What do you Alcaraz Noskova, guys? Any? Who's Spanish? Is there any Spanish? There's like barely any top tier Spanish female players. The highest ranked is 57 in the world. Wow, crazy. I mean, Badosa's really gone down in the rankings. 115 now. So yeah. What's the question you want to ask, Jeff? Ask your question. I can imagine that. I mean, London's very quick and stressful for. I've been to big cities, but London is very, very. Feels like you can't stop. and then all of a sudden you're not where you want to be. You've got to really focus, but stay relaxed. It's kind of there's a big conundrum, isn't it, London? And I guess if you're used to it, pretty simple to deal with, but very difficult for people just traveling there. Okay, next question. If you could live anywhere in the world, where would I choose? Tough question. Tough question. I mean, this is taking budget, everything out the side, just ignore it. I'd love to go to New Zealand. Love to. Whether living there, different question. I've heard Australia is pretty nice to live in, but I've heard some things about the government and corruption and stuff as well. Also, I'm sure I'd get a bit. It'd be culture shock with the opposite seasons as well. It'd be difficult for me to deal with. Um, um, I love to be in Canada. Um, but then it's also the same thing about budget as well, because so many of the big cities are the most expensive cities to live in the whole world, and then I don't want to be like scrounging for some like basement suite kind of. Doesn't sound like I'd rather have space than not. Um, yeah, it's tough question. Good question. Yeah, Alki has a huge crush on Reba. Who doesn't? Who doesn't, Lexi? Um, how old's Rybakina? She's definitely um a 2 or 3 years older than Alcaraz, right? I don't think they're yeah, 25 to 21. To be fair, Sinner is a bit younger than Kalinskaya. They've made that work. Um, yeah, Alcaraz turned 21 this year. Sinner just seems like a very mature guy, so that's why Kalinskaya gave him a chance. um, few years gap between Sinner and Kalinskaya. Yippee! It's exactly what I'm thinking. I'm thinking long term, Joe. Got a plan for that nuclear war. But then also, would the nukes not be? I mean, if it's North Korea or someone like, we're more in range in Australia than like the UK probably. Maybe, I don't know. Like the London vibe. I'm shipping Emma and Draper. um, I am not dating anyone. What kind of question is this, MJ? Reba or Kazakina, assuming both are straight. What? But they're not both straight. Uh, I mean, probably Rybakina. um, forget they're all young, even though some players feel like they've been around for ages. Exactly, exactly. Sinner's. I feel like Sinner's been around for so long, but then he's only been around for like 4 years, 4 or 5 years. Yeah, Dasha Kazakina. Yeah, Daria. Very successful YouTube channel with her partner, who's professional figure skater, one of the best figure skaters in the world. Okay, a minute and a half. Any more questions? Otherwise, we'll close up shop. Her catch, by the way, up 4-1 on Giron. Chochireto now up a break on Schneider. Pegula up 30 love first game against Siniakova. Siniakova, bad Hamburg winner last year, trying to win another grass title. Pegula trying to get some form. It's been a rough year for injuries and disruptions for her. Injuries and splitting up with the coach and stuff. 16-8 this year doesn't look too bad, but a lot of those wins are, not as flashy as as it looks on the. If you just count the wins, I mean, it's all good. Who's the coolest person in this chat? It's tough tie. Maybe a 10-person tie, but I'd say you're just about the coolest person at this moment in time, Jeff. Just about the coolest. Trying to get back-to-back wins in a tournament for the first time since Charleston, Pegula. Got back-to-back wins, Billie Jean King Cup. Then didn't play the clay courts, basically, after that. So, my name's Jeff. A minute left. Any more questions? It'd be good for tennis, I think, if Pegula gets back involved, back in the wins. We're kind of missing that Pegula figure in the quarterfinals at slams. That kind of, she's the gatekeeper of the quarterfinals. Like, you almost got to beat Pegula. That's how it was before. You got to beat Pegula to win the tournament, basically. She's been a bit off. For a little bit of time now, but hopefully get back on it in this grass season. Okay, 10 seconds. Any more questions? Drop your questions in. Questions. That's it. Okay. So thank you guys for joining me in this one. Rybakina had to withdraw. 3-1 down, serving 1-3, 15-0. Allergies, illness, we're not really sure. But gives Azarenka the walkover, the retirement walkover. She's through to the semifinals. She'll play Kalinskaya or Sabalenka. And that's all she wrote. See you guys later. I'm not sure if there's any other matches being covered, but I probably won't be covering any. Maybe tomorrow I will, but that's it for the tennis. 3-1 retirement. Azarenka wins, sadly.